Hey there, friends and family. My name is John.
And this is Maria, and we're not only your co-hosts of 20 to Life, we're also a husband and wife team of over 25 years.
20 to Life is a lighthearted podcast about, well, pretty much anything and everything.
Listen to us casually talk about a wide variety of topics, anything from story time to trying new things to the occasional DIY project. Yeah.
Come chill with us through our random chats, follow us on the socials, get to know us, and let us get to know you.
And welcome to 20 to Life. Hey everyone, this is Maria from 20 to Life podcast, and I'm here with the other half of the podcast,
John.
And you just heard our cute little intro. I think it's cute. But we're going to do episode 1, just a quick introduction to who we are, why we're doing this, and what kind of content you might be able to expect from us.
Perfect.
Rock on. So, with that being said, you want to tell everybody why we're doing this?
Why we're doing this?
Yeah. You want to start there? Is that a good starting spot?
I mean,
But I just can't talk today.
I don't know. Why we're doing it is just sort of like opening up our lives to everybody. We've got a lot of friends.
I don't know about where that.
I mean, we've got a lot of friends and family, and
Yeah.
And we just decided that it would be
we think we're cool, and you guys want to hear what we have to say.
Perhaps we just wanted a venue where it felt like we were just hanging out.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm a 20-year veteran, and I did my time in the Air Force, and we grew up together, away from
much.
Family. We got married at 20.
Yep.
And
Had our first kid at 21.
for life.
For life,
So,
20
hence the
to
name,
life.
20 to life. And so we grew up away from family. We grew up away from everybody, and we developed our own family as we grew. Yep. We had 3 kids, very young. We
Right
were
away.
very young.
Not
the kids
planned.
were obviously young. Right. So our first kid at 21, second one at 23, third one at 25. I mean, we were like nailing them out. And we grew up with them.
Yeah.
It's been pretty crazy, but we've developed a lot of friends and family along the way, and we figured something like this would be a way for us to stay in touch more than just social media. We started doing these on Facebook Live, and we had a lot of feedback from friends who would sit and watch and say, hey, what about this? What about that? And we would have a lot of comments, and a lot of fun
Maria,
interaction.
Speak up.
Speak up, Maria. Hence the microphone.
the mic. Because apparently I talk too quiet.
You do talk quietly.
Whatever.
So
We'll see if I'm loud enough for you now.
So anyways, we just thought it would be a great thing for us to do. We thought it'd be a lot of fun.
And if you are easily offended by bad words, this is not the podcast for you, because John's got the mouth of a sailor.
Yeah, so Maria has asked me to not
rein it in,
not use as much profanity as I do in day to day, not day to day.
Yeah,
I'm like,
bad.
I don't use that at like work.
I mean, you did really good when the kids were little, so just act like everyone's a kid. I mean, not like an immature child, but that they don't want to hear your curse words.
Sure.
And I have unfortunately taken on the bad habit, because when we started dating, I didn't swear.
Hardly at all.
Yeah. And so now.
And believe it or not, we both grew up in Massachusetts. So
everyone in Massachusetts
I use the F-bomb like it's a comma, right? It's
a
like,
lot of people
everywhere.
back home do swear. It's kind of, I don't know if that's like a Massachusetts thing, or just where we lived, or the time we grew up. I don't know what it is. But yeah, there was a lot of swearing. So
does that cover why? Does that cover why we started this?
Yeah. So we got married at 20. We've been married for 25 years. We just feel like talking to people and hanging out. There it is. And we're going to talk about everything and everything. Except
don't
there's
get it.
2 topics we're not going to talk about.
Boom. Politics,
I don't know. That was
religion.
Horrible.
It was.
Yeah. So we're video recording this. So you will see the video on YouTube. I'm undecided if I'm going to put the whole video on Facebook and Instagram. I think what I'm going to do is just grab a snippet of it, just a little teaser piece, and put those on Facebook and Instagram. And then if you want to watch the whole thing, you can watch it on YouTube. But then we're also going to be on podcast platforms. So if you just want to listen to us like a normal podcast, then you could do that too. So, but let me tell you, you are going to be missing out on my makeup and hair looks if you're just listening.
I'll tell you what, if you are just listening, you may want to supplement that with watching us. We are aware that we're doing video. So a lot of things we might just go, oh, look at this.
I'm going to try really hard not to do that, but I'm super expressive.
Yeah, you are.
Facially. I mean, as much as one can be with Botox.
Again, the open book that is John and Maria.
Yes.
So anyways.
That's the intro. We're done. Have a nice day. No, just kidding.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple more things. But that pretty much covers why we started this, right?
Yeah.
It's not for any particular purpose other than just to get people together. And if you're watching us, if you're listening to us, we're just hanging out.
Like if you're listening to us and you just like want to hang out and chill with your friends, grab a glass of wine, grab a cup of... I screw up my talking all the time, so be ready. But grab a glass of wine, grab your hot cocoa, your tea, your coffee, whatever it is. You know, like if you're driving while you're listening to us, definitely don't grab the wine. Go for the coffee. But you just grab your favorite drink. Water, I don't care. Listen to us while you're working out. Go ahead. Make me feel guilty because you're working out and I'm sitting here drinking wine while I talk to you.
But you know what?
Whatever.
Fire your thoughts off to us, right? We're on all the social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on dang TikTok.
We have not filmed a TikTok yet.
We will.
What should our first TikTok be? Let us know.
Right.
So the first episode, maybe 5 people might listen to it. So you 5 have a voice, like a big voice.
You are the voice.
What should the first TikTok be?
Form us. But anyways, I wanted to just finish that thought. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at 20 to Life podcast. At 20TOLIFE podcast on all those social media platforms. You can find us. We even have a website that is under construction. It is 20tolifepodcast.com. Check that out. Eventually, we'll get
Not
that.
now.
Yeah, I mean, you can check it out, but it's going to need some updating. So just be aware of that. We are new to podcasting. We are new to broadcasting, but we are not new to having fun, and we are not new to hanging out.
And we're not new to being married.
And we are not new to being married.
How many 46-year-olds can you say? I'm not 46 yet. In
45.
August, I'll be 46 in August. We'll have been we're already married 25 years. So I'm 45, and we've been married 25 years.
Quarter century.
Yeah. Holy moly, we've been together more than we haven't.
Right?
Is that crazy?
It is crazy. I love it.
And I'm definitely an open book. I don't care about telling people my age, obviously. I don't care about telling people that I get Botox, obviously. So see, first episode in, first 10 minutes in, you know how old I am. You know I get Botox. You know I mumble sometimes. And you know I like wine. Look at that.
And going off on tangents. So,
and you know that I go off on tangents a lot. So if all those things interest you, this is the podcast for you.
Right? Random ass shit. That's what this podcast should be called.
That was 2 swear words right there, just saying.
Ass? Really? That
if
doesn't
you
even count.
like structure, if you like or have to know what the topic is going to be for the podcast before you listen,
we might not be it.
That we're not for you.
But if you like random fun and random discussion,
you never know.
Random topic.
Since we are just getting started, I want to also point out we do have, we started this on Facebook Live. Yeah. So during the COVID-19 Safer at Home, we started a Facebook Live once a week on Friday nights because that's typically when we're not home. We're out doing stuff. We're super social people, which I think that might be changing now a little bit, but whole other tangent. So we're not going to go there. But anyways, so we recorded them. They're on our 20 to Life podcast Facebook. You can go catch up, watch or listen to those while we kind of work out the kinks. We've played some Would You Rather. We've some of them were terrible. I will say that right now. Some of them were
a lot of fun though. I mean, honestly,
it was like either a blast and I didn't want to stop, or I was like, this is the worst thing ever. The funny thing is, the
very first one, you'll see the progression from really to I hesitate to even say semi-professional, but the first one was
not
like,
at all professional.
The first one
We're not there yet.
But the first one was like our laptop camera with no microphones, no anything. We were just.
And now we have our laptop camera and we have mics.
Now we're fancy.
It's so fancy.
And not sponsored, but I'm using the Rodecaster Pro, and this thing is the jam. So
yeah, and when I say not sponsored, if they're listening, they're probably like, "Oh dear God, don't say our name. You guys are like all over the place."
Yeah, but you know what? Any press is good press. The Rodecaster Pro. If you're a podcaster, use this thing. It's amazing. Anyways, so
that's us.
I mean,
we have 3 kids, all girls.
We do.
They're all young adults.
Yep.
We have 2 dogs. Zero, my baby,
and Athena,
our old lady.
Yeah, she is an old lady.
But Zero's my baby. He's laying next to me on the couch. You can't see him.
And if you hear
so you might hear him snoring.
If you hear random snoring,
it's Zero.
I haven't fallen asleep. Narcolepsy has not kicked in. Zero is about.
He's just not entertained with a conversation, and
3
he's
feet
over
from
it.
Maria, and he's out cold.
Yeah. Snoring. So, anyways, that's who we are. It is a quick hello intro. I don't know what else people want to know.
I mean, so, okay, what have we discussed? I'm a 20-year vet. I did my time in the Air Force. You have suffered through every single move.
Hasn't been that bad.
You've started your career over every single time we've moved. I had it very easy
as I have started my career over every time we've moved. I've more or less stayed in the HR career field. And I'm actually part of a mentoring group for interns at my job now. And I actually said today, the fact that you were in the military and we had to move and I had to start over allowed me to, one, learn to be flexible, learn fast, and have a really dynamic career within human resources where I learned all aspects. I've done benefits, I've done compensation, I've done general HR business partner type work. I've done HR officer work. I've done manager work. And now I'm a recruiter, which is, I think, my favorite part of recruiting or my favorite part of HR, I should say, and where I've landed nice and softly and love. So I think that's really cool that as a military wife, we do have a lot of military wives or spouses in general, because some of them are husbands. When you make that choice to marry someone in the military, you have 2 ways to look at it, or maybe 3. You can choose to be a stay-at-home partner and stay home with your children if you have them, or we have company.
Do we?
Is that what you were pointing at?
Well, it sounded like the door.
Oh, maybe if she'll walk in. If it is,
we'll find out.
We have a friend coming over. So if she's here, I'd be surprised. It's early. Anyways, you have a couple of options as a military wife. You can choose to stay home with your children, which a lot do, just because that is the easiest option for the continuity of the family.
Yeah. I was going to say, please don't anyone misconstrue that as being a stay-at-home parent is easy. That is not what she said.
Oh, heck no. If you want the hardest job in the world, you will stay home with your kids. I have actually done that at some point in our marriage. And I learned that for the happiness of my family, for the happiness of myself, for the betterment of our children, it's what I needed to do.
She got to go.
I had to go to work. And I always wish I had that gene where I could give my kids everything they needed as a stay-at-home parent, but I don't, and they would have been seriously lacking if I did. So those spouses that do and have the ability to and make that sacrifice,
thank you.
That is the hardest job and the most important job. And man, hats off, because
Indeed.
Talk about a sacrifice. You're supporting someone in the military and you're supporting your family and doing all that. So that's one choice you can make as a military spouse. The other choice you can make as a military spouse is the defeatist choice. A lot of us who are married to someone who's enlisted in the military, even if we do want to stay home with our children, we don't have that option because you're enlisted in the military and you don't get paid a lot.
Indeed.
It's a very poor career field when you're enlisted in the military. An officer may be a little bit more
very,
comfortable.
very young, very junior.
And very young and junior.
Difficult.
Yeah, depending on when you start off. We started off young.
So we've already said we started off
at 20 with the first kid at 21.
First kid 21.
And I was not pregnant when we got married.
Right. I got one stripe on my arm and one kid. I had
Yeah.
2 stripes. I had 2 kids. I had 3 stripes. I had 3 kids. I mean,
So, and people who aren't in the military
if you've been enlisted,
don't know.
you understand the struggle.
But it was a very hard financial struggle. So for me, initially, staying home wasn't a choice. I stayed home with the kids when you weren't working. When you were working, I was home with the kids. When you weren't working, I was off at work. And a lot will stay in that mode of, I just have to get a job to provide.
Right.
And part of that is you have to. And the other part of that can lead to almost like a defeat. Like, I'll never have a career because I have to do this and I just have to find a job. And so if there's any young military wives out there, I want to say that's so not true. Continue going to school for whatever it is you love, whether it is engineering or whether it is human resources or business or accounting or hair or cosmetology, esthetician, whatever it is, whatever your passion is.
Find it and do it.
And do it.
Pursue
it. And then I think the thing that I chose to do was to be, and I didn't realize it until I was talking to these interns today. Every time we moved, I used it as a way to reinvigorate my career, to learn something new. Mm-hmm. And I took on a different aspect of
what's
HR.
funny is being in the military, that's what you get by default. Everywhere I went, it was a new job. It was a new role. It was a new system. It was a new thing I had to learn and be not only be good at, but be the best at. Because in 3 to 4 years, I was going to have to train somebody else how to do the best that they could do at that job, so I can move on to do my best at something else. So it's sort of one of those things that inadvertently impacted you in the same exact way, and you grew as a result of that, and not through me saying that.
Yeah, and I have a really wide knowledge of my career as a result. I talk to other recruiters that they've been recruiters for 20 years, and they call me when they have questions because on other areas of HR.
Right, they don't have the exposure to everything else.
I have friends that are in management and executive positions in HR that call me when they have questions in HR, because my experience has been so well-rounded.
Very broad.
So, and I feel like that if you are going to make a decision to work, that's a great way to do it. Is just, what else do you want to learn? Always learn, always grow, always provide a service, because you do have more assets than maybe somebody who's stayed the course and went to school for this and did an internship in this and then did this and this and always stayed very straight in their career. So that's me. And I guess maybe that goes with my personality as well, because I tend to go off in tangents. I talk about this, I talk about that. I'm all over the place. Kind of type A. Definitely type A.
Definitely type A.
I'm a type A. I don't keep one spoon in the pot. There's always at least 10 in there. I'm constantly changing that spoon.
What is the thing that goes into the fondue? It's not a spoon. What is that?
I don't know what those are. Sticks? Fondue sticks?
You're like you got like 11 fondue sticks.
Yes, I do.
Because I wouldn't say like pokers and irons in the fire, because you're definitely like a fondue stick in the cheese sort of girl.
Yes. I put all the sticks in the cheese.
Maria's got all the sticks in the cheese.
One might have bread, one might have cauliflower. Yeah, that's pretty much me.
Right on.
So I just cheers. I'm definitely all over the place, but I'm like an organized, chaotic type A person.
You just got a lot about her.
Yeah, sorry.
A lot.
Well, you gotta get to know us, right? Like, here I am.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm pretty open. I don't even have a spiel like that.
I didn't have one either. I just started talking.
I couldn't even diarrhea of the mouth that much to express that much.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I just went off. I didn't mean to. It just happened. But that's really the problem with me. I mean, it's not a problem with me.
I think it's
but
amazing.
It's just why I was made to.
So what we're hoping to do is we're hoping to get to know you. I hope you get to know us.
You're going to really get to know me.
Yeah, you're going to get to know her. Hashtag bring on the wine. I think that should be our official hashtag, bring on the wine. Maybe not?
No.
Okay, fine. But anyhow, so
I don't know which one is the... Oh, not that one.
It is not that one. Which one are you looking for? The green one?
Not that one.
The green one?
That's the one. It took me a little bit, but I got there.
So as I previously mentioned, the Rodecaster Pro is amazing, especially if you know where the appropriate sound effects are. Like if you
green
want to
is
go to...
We don't need it. I can do all your sound effects for you.
You got it?
I'm a sound effects person. I talk in sound effects.
Give me Dreamland. What is Dreamland? Like this?
Yeah. Didn't I sound like that?
Pretty close. It was pretty close.
Magical fairies.
So Maria, John, 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a wonderful 25 years of marriage.
And we have no idea what we're doing.
What is it?
But we are looking forward to bringing whatever it is to you guys.
We're just looking forward to hanging out.
Yeah.
Is really what it boils down to. You hang out with us, we'll hang out with you.
Welcome.
Find us on the socials. Follow us on the socials.
Tell me how crazy I am or not.
Let us get to know you. You guys get to know us. Like we said in the intro, welcome to 20 to Life.
Cheers.